Intra-African trade currently accounts for only 15% of total trade, which is very low when compared to other continents such as Europe, which are at 59%, Asia and North America at 51% and 37% respectively. But the signing of the African Continental Free Trade Area by 44 countries showed concerted efforts by African governments to trade more with each other. Kenya is targeting to increase her exports by 20% of the gross domestic product in 3 years, up from the current 14.5%. But according to trade experts, the country needs to invest heavily in manufacturing, value addition and product diversification.
It's to actually grow our manufacturing output from the current 648 billion Kenya shillings to about 2.235 trillion Kenya shillings by 2022. And that is a huge output from the manufacturing sector. Kenya is just 0.006% share of world market because we are just 50 million. Africa is about 17% share of world market. And Kenya today exports about 39% of our total exports to the African continent.
The present stock of infrastructure on the continent is carrying $1 trillion worth of trade. So yes, we agree that it is an impediment, but we believe we cannot simply say, listen, because you're importing $1 trillion worth of trade, 85% of that is coming from outside, yet the same infrastructure is used to carry external trade. We believe that as we fix the infrastructure, we can still ignite the use of that same infrastructure to drive intra-regional trade.
Kenyan businesses and industry leaders say intra-African trade is low due to challenges in accessing trade and market information.
Recently we came from the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we found that a lot of our Kenyan exports and African exports actually are found there, but there's a bigger opportunity if we can be able to tap into opportunities offered by such kind of multilateral banks to be able to encourage our entrepreneurs to be able to access in international trade. Distance matters. The closer you are to a country and the higher the trade is expected, and that is why Africa continent will remain as the as the foundation for Africa manufacturing sector transformation.
To address some of these challenges, Afrexim Bank plans to convene the Intra-Africa Trade Fair that will, among others, connect buyers and sellers from across the continent.
1,000 exhibitors and targeting about 70,000 visitors who will come, buyers and sellers from across the continent, to meet, to network, to understand what is available on the continent for exchange, to focus on various sectors. The sectors we're going to focus on are cross-ranging sectors which also align to the Big Four agenda.
Global players will have the opportunity to showcase and exhibit their goods and services and to explore business and investment opportunities in Africa to deepen trade. Africa's greatest economic opportunity is by doing business and trading with itself, and that's why stakeholders from all over the world have gathered here in Nairobi to kick off the conversation about increasing intra-African trade, which has stagnated at about 13%, to ensure that Africa secures its share of the global economic growth. Caroline Jenga reporting for Business Insights.